Endaro Mahanubhavulu. I believe that leadership is not born. It is we have to invoke the leadership qualities within us.
Welcome to viewers. I welcome you to the special episode of Endaro Mahanubhavulu, Aryavaishya Mutyalu. Today we are interviewing the business icon of India, Sri Grandhi Mallikarjuna. Thank you, sir. Thanks for giving us this privilege to interview you on the behalf of Unique 360. And you know, sir, this has been a long pending one, and today is a great day for us. Sir, we are blessed. We are really blessed today because you've given us time. We know how busy you are. Sir, God has created every human being unique, sir. But you are more than unique. You have become an extraordinary person and you have transformed yourself as a great, mesmerizing Rao, sir. May God bless you. Sir, my perceptions of the questions got entirely changed when I picked up a magazine in Delhi airport. The name of the the name of the magazine is called Dal, and the name of the article is Always the First Mover, and it is entirely about you, sir. And I've been following you from last 20 years, and this is one of the best articles I have read about your life skills, sir. God bless you, sir. Everyone in life is influenced by someone. After going through the article, I came to know you are influenced more by your mother and your particular teacher of yours. Are there any other person than your mother and teacher who has been helping you, guiding you, and shaping your future, sir? Can you please answer that question, sir?
Thank you, Andy. Thank you very much for interviewing me, and all the viewers, and my greetings to all the viewers. It is very fortunate for me to be in the interview.
Yes.
Whatever my journey I will share with you, which is any good points are there, and it may be useful only out of my experience of my life journey of my 45 years life journey. I will share some of the points. I think learning from me initially the parents and brothers, and also initially my teacher. But the whole journey of my 45 years, so many learnings are there. Every minute I learn from everybody. Everybody, if I talk to my driver, I learn something. If I talk to someone, Ratan Tata, I learn something. It is a learning from each and every person. That is the very least is choose. Learning from the people, participating in the sessions, reading the books, and listening to the people, and interacting in the business, and so many learnings. Each this one is there. I believe that you must behave like a student until you go to graveyard. That is only success of this. It's not that everybody we are talking that you must behave like a child. Behave like a child, then develop humility, and the learning will be there. Just listening and learning the value of humility is very, very important.
Beautiful, sir. According to me, the best project you have gone through is your Delhi Indira Gandhi, Delhi International Airport. I have gone through that, sir. You must have gone through some trials and travails in the constructing the Delhi airport, right from bidding and to the completion of the project, sir. And please tell us what lessons you have learned and how you have gone through about this constructing the best airport in the world, sir. Please, sir.
No, today, before starting Delhi airport, the journey of our group is at every stage, every business is a learning. It's a new business to us. Before economic development of this, that is we got independence this. After that, real economic independence has come 93, 94. Before the economic independence, we started almost 28 business I started. All business new to me. From the rice mill to oil mill and a brewery, sugar factories, ferroalloys, name it, we are in the business. We went to operation mode. Next stage after 93-94, we went to strategy mode. The mode with strategy mode is because of the economic independence has come, there is no interconnection. What are the business we have done for all 28 businesses? Then we went to strategy mode, which is important for the country. Important country, we thought that infrastructure. Then we went to the infrastructure business, and without any attachment to our this, all the businesses we disinvested, including bank and brewery, IT company, except where I started first journey in June. We given a long-term lease, all business we disinvested, and without attachment of what I'm saying is. Then in that infrastructure business, we entered into roads and energy and airports. All businesses new to the country, first time to the country, and first time to us. And in the process of our strategy, then we entered into the airports. We are looking for the opportunity in infrastructure. Then the Hyderabad airport, that is called Greenfield Airport. Hyderabad Airport, Greenfield Airport has got the opportunity. We participated, and that is almost 1999. That time only 7 aircrafts is there in the Hyderabad Airport. But I've seen that what happened in the West is going to happen in India. And it's only a question of time. Then we participated. Only 26 people take the application, only 3 people only participated in this. And the main model is we are giving a land, and the government is giving a land. Only we have to ask grant, and who is quoting less grant will win. Then we won that. We tied up. It's a new business to us. We tied up the Malaysian airports. We won that, and with a lot of time, it took a lot of his new business to the country. A lot of the rules, regulations had changed. The act has to change. It took almost 5 years to sign the consistent agreement, 2004. After 2004, it took to start the construction. Almost in 2006 we started 2005 or 6 we started the construction. After the construction, this is got greenfield. After that, the brownfield airport, Bombay and Delhi airports has come for the privatization. It's called brownfield. The project airport, you want to modernize and build and design, build, operate for 60 years. That is a model. We have to do a revenue sharing. For qualification, it requires technical capability and management capability. Both are for 100 marks, and out of 100 marks, you have to get 80 marks. Then only they will open the financial bit. Because it's a running airport, they are getting a revenue. On the revenue, you have to give a revenue sharing. This is a very complex project, and to understand the business, we tied up with the Frankfurt, Malaysian airport partners. For bidding for this project, we take almost 34 16 consultants we have taken globally, and almost we invested that time 2004 or 5. There is a time for bidding happened. 2004, I think, that is we invested almost 34 crores for the consultants, and this is a one-time opportunity in the life. That's why what in the group, our principle is whatever business we do, all the businesses, including 28 businesses, any business will go to deep down, understand each line, will understand that, and also our principle is whatever we build a world class. We don't compromise on the quality and this, and also best consultants. With this, myself, my other professionals, Kiran, Raju, and Srinivas, everybody will spend a lot of quality time. Every week we visit how many marks we'll get, which is how to improve the marks. We spend a lot of time on this. That time in the bidding, all the big companies in the world, and also Indian corporates, Reliance, Bharati, L&T, Piramal, and Vedanta, and GVK, all with a global partnership they tied up. They also participated. But because of our focus and completely what I have mentioned now, to go to details, and with this, we are the only company in the GMR, is the only company qualified. We got in both the Bombay and Delhi, we got more than 89 marks in technical capability and management capability. Technical capability also, again, division of 40 divisions are there, marks to this. And management capability also 40 marks. Some marks, because of my partners, we got a good marks. And we are the only people into this. Then the government asked us which airport we want. Then we choose in Delhi, because Delhi is a 5,400 acres land is there, and also Delhi is a capital. The Bombay is a limited. The growth is more there, but the site is not there for growth. Then we chosen my partners, we shall chosen. In the process, some of our competitors went to court, High Court, they went there, they challenged, and Supreme Court, they went. This story of bidding is a big story, because the marks are somebody challenged, they put a committee, Government of India put a committee, Sridharan, and some of the best people, they put that, and they say that we are the only qualified in that. Now, with that challenge, the airport was built within 3 years, because the airport is modernized for Commonwealth Games. It's the biggest challenge is when we have taken out the airport. This is the 10th worst airport in the world. We have 3 terminals, and all the terminals is old by 30 to 40 years old terminals. International terminal separately is there, and the runways in very horrible condition, and all including toilets, such in horrible condition. That is the stage we have taken, and 3,000 employees of airport authority people, highly unionized, and you know the Delhi culture or this one. In this culture, a South Indian coming to here, and we built the airport. We built in 33 years. Normally, this type of airport will take 10 years. What is my challenge is present buildings, terminal building 3, we have to modernize, and runways we have to. That is also how to make runways also to be we keep it in a good condition, and also how to build a new terminal building, and one more runway have to build. Runway also, third runway have to build. This is a challenge for us. And the employment in the bidding, I have to take 60% of the employees I have to take. But people is very important for any project. Then we will 100% employment to all the airport authority employees. But unfortunately, 18% people only joined. Then another challenge is we have recruited parallelly 1,800 people. We recruited all the people, because the airport, when you build a high-tech airport, it requires people also. Along with that, they must be familiarized and they have to be understand the operations. That's why parallelly we recruit 1,800 people. The big challenge is 3,000 people with a different mindset, 800 people with a different mindset. To manage them is a big difficult to this. Then the main challenge is I have to build this airport, which is I mentioned just now, for 8 to 10 years it will take. Now I have taken 40,000 people who used to work and 19 nationals. I have to coordinate with the 58 departments. So 58 departments. Biggest challenge is to build that before Commonwealth Games. Before 6 months we built this airport. This airport is a completely very high tech, including baggage equipment. The latest baggage equipment, we have taken Siemens, this level 5 levels security. What they did it in Terminal 4 of Heathrow, the same we kept. As I mentioned, whatever GMR built with the world class, we never compromise. We believe that these are the national assets, and also we believe that this is the opportunity as given by the God to serve the country and to showcase to all the world, and this will be gateway to India. And when I mentioned, when I say that this is a 10th worst airport in the world, when I take over, We have a challenge to we have to maintain 3.75 standard between 1 and 5 scale. What is the 3.75 service standard? There is a 32 service standards are there, from toilet to baggage, what time is coming. So many service standards. Every 3 months, our Association of Airports will come and measure. Now, with this aspect, we started moving from 10th worst airport to this year, we came to number one airport in the service standard. Today, when you take from the airport, 16 million passengers. Today, we have 64 million passengers today. We bypassed the Changi, Singapore, and JFK, Canada. Our more than the 64 days. Now, we are going for expansion now. Fourth runway, expanding now. It may go to 135 million days. Then we create a brand. Anybody is creating a brand for this. And also, it's not that, it's a lot of socio-economic this airport create millions of jobs. There is a study conducted by the NCR, and also they're contributing for the state, almost for state, Delhi state, 17% GDP contribution. For the central, 0.68 GDP is contributing this. That is the type of modernization happening. This is because what made us this is because of our perseverance, patience, and continuously the follow-up and our attitude. We never complain, with a positive attitude. The whole credit goes to my GMR team.
Congratulations, sir. There's a reason why today is one of the best airports in the world. Sir, it reminds me of a story of one Mr. S.V. Chetty of Mysore, who went to London in 1912 to get himself trained in an aircraft manufacturing company. He came back and he asked the permission of the Maharaja of Mysore to start a industry, aircraft manufacturing industry, much before HAL. But that could not happen. But we are proud to tell you that he is the first Indian aviator, and at the same time, I would like to call you as the first Indian aviator icon, sir. May God bless you, sir.
Thank you. Thank you.
Sir, I came across the word aerotropolis, which is a new word to my vocabulary. What exactly it is, sir?
So, aerotropolis means the city around the airport. Earlier, the city is within the center of the city. You take that Delhi is a Kannada place. In Bombay, Darwin Point. That is the old concept of this. The new concept is aerotropolis is a city around the airport. There is Hyderabad airport. We are making a city around our airport. Delhi also is, because earlier they made a concept of the central. Now the whole thing is changed. Everybody wants to nearest to airport. And with this concept, because there is a modern concept of this, some of the countries and cities they started now. With this Hyderabad, we have 5,200 acres. With this, whatever the development for the next 60 years, we kept the land separately. Then we put it in aerotropolis. That is aerotropolis. We made it in 7 zones, and then health zone and commercial and other convention centers. Like that, we made it 7 ports. And same way, for Delhi airport, we have 5,400 acres, but we have only 5% is commercial development. With this concept, we are developing the aerotropolis, and also we are making connect. Delhi, when you that time build, we given requested the DMRC to set up a metro, and originally the project is not there. Project is not included that. We paid almost 450 crores to DMRC. They given it 2 stations under T3, 1 metro station, and the Aero City there is 1 metro station is given. Because airport, if the connectivity is not there is no value in this. Now Hyderabad also, we are giving a 10% contribution. They are making a metro. Recently, we are giving a 400 crores. We want to give it to 400 crores. The letter we are giving to the Honorable Chief Minister. They agreed to set up a metro. That will be help to aerotropolis. Because city around that is today, a lot of technology has come. very environmental aircraft system. It's not a pollution. And the house also, even the residential also is there. And the residential also now, these are soundproof is coming now. With this, including residential also, we can build up in the aerotropolis. That is the aerotropolis concept. This city around the airport.
Thank you, sir. And you have not mentioned, sir, your Delhi airport has given jobs to 2.93 billion, sir, both direct and indirect. Congratulations, sir. Sir, coming to your CSR activities, GMRVF, sir, it has done wonders. You got your GMR Foundation activities in as many as 20, 21 or 23 cities, and what you have achieved is something to be written in golden letters of CSR history, sir. God bless you, sir. Uh, Someone said life is an incurable disease, but giving back to the society is the best panacea to bring down the scourge of, what can I say, scourge of death. Anyway, sir, uh, your GMRFDF activities has given rise to so many humanitarian activities. Would you mind explaining a little bit about GMRVF Foundation, sir?
Because I started my journey in a remote village, and that is from near Vishakhapatnam, 100 kilometers of village, that is called Razan. Very small village, 5,000 people is there. There is ours is a Srikakulam district, where Naxalism is born in that say, that district. After my education, when I started after my engineering education, then I want to start an industry in my village. Then I started a jute mill. While passing to the going to the jute mill, I had to bypass to number of communities, Dhobi community, Seventh community, other bamboo communities. I've seen that time almost we got an independence of 25, 30 years has come. Still they are living in such a horrible condition. Then initially I want to see something I want to do for them. I have to do it in a reactive mode. What are those people are coming, approaching me for anything is there, how to do economically, and immediately I react to mode, how to do that. Then I met one of the person, that PDK now, used to teach in Boston nuclear physics. He came back and used to be nearest to our village, and he's a bachelor. Now he's a 78 years. And so those days he left that job when he's getting a 6 digit job salary. He left and he's serving that area. I met him for a very accidentally. I met him. He said, "Don't do like that." And the society is main is the purpose is because they don't have education, apathy, and also health and also the corruption. These four, five regions of this is happening. Whatever you do, there must be impact into the society. Just giving the money is not this. And with this, all this, yes, there will be whatever you do, don't give money like that free. That will be unless we are spoiling them and this. With this, I started, okay, those days, I want to start that. When I met Mr. P. N. Smoothie, who used to work in Andhra Bank, then he has got a social, this, he wanted to give back to this. Then I requested him to join, he left the job, he joined. Then we started some, not fully organized, semi-organized way we started this. Then we thought that which are the important for this. And along with him, PD Gala, this, we had a discussion as this. We started, let us focus on education, healthcare and hygiene, and vocational training, and empowerment. The empowerment is, we empower this. These are the four pillars we selected because we cannot change this one. What we, PD Gala and PNS, everybody says that when you serve the people with one mind, they are given an opportunity to serve them. It is not that we got a money and serve. And that is the opportunity to keep that. Fortunately, I got a good team. And with this attitude, we start these four pillars. And also we thought that we don't want to do everywhere. Wherever our business is there, around that areas, we want to do that. And with that principle, we started on four pillars. When the business has grown up, then it went to different centers. Then we thought it is required a separate organization. Then we created a GMR Varalakshmi Foundation, a section, this non-profit organization. Then we created a organized structure. We created the CEO. We created the board. How you run the business, same way we run our foundation. It's not for any namesake or any for compliance. The compliance is for me is my duty to give back to society. What I learned my parents, this is my fundamental this, I'll give back to this. I believe today I started for 3 lakhs rupees when we divided my family, and my brothers, my father is divided between 4 brothers. I came today to sitting in Delhi. That is a fundamental reason I think the universe has helped me, and with this principle of giving back to the society, that business has grown up. Then we created this organized structure, and we got almost 180 people is there in this foundation. Education, we do we run educational institutions and primary schools, and also parvadis, and also we support the government schools giving a voluntaries. And the second is the vocational training. There is the vocational training. We have 13 vocational training centers, and we give a training in a different skills. Almost 32 disciplines we give a training, and the in-house is free. We don't charge, and boys and girls, and they based on the course they live in the 45 days to 3 months, and when they camp in the Princess Institute, they say morning will give with this training, particular skill training. Along with that, morning will give a spiritual courses and also entrepreneurship courses, and those are the courses we will give. And every year we train 6,000 people. We train 80% is the employment happening. Almost last so many years, this we have almost 50 to 60,000 people we train. That is a vocational training. Yes. We have a health and hygiene, we have hospitals. In my village, we built a beautiful hospital. It's a 165 bed hospital. There are 26 doctors and 72 nurses are there. And this is a hospital in the village. We give a 25,000 people free cards, 50%, 100% discount cards will give. And that is one. And the second one is we create awareness for all the element, what are the problem diseases, we create awareness in the villages. And also we have a mobile medical unit, almost 11 to 12 mobile medical units we have. We tied up with the Helpage India. In that mobile medical unit, one doctor nurse will go there. They go for particular places, they work weekly 5 days. They cover morning one village, afternoon one village. Instead of coming to patients to us, the vehicle will go to particular village, and the particular place is fixed, and people will know that they will come, will treat them and give a medicine to them. This is a mobile medical units like this. These are the health and hygiene, and also hygiene will create awareness also. Besides that, we built a toilets. We built the toilets in the villages, poorest poor people in the village, poorest poor colonies, we build the toilets. We run, because once you give a GMR name, I don't want to be somebody run this. Building toilets very easy, but this must be easy to, it has to be, you and me has to go that toilet. That is our principle. This now all our toilets very hygienic. Even built in almost 20 years, it will be very new and very hygienic. Like what we are doing in the house, same way. Better than that, we are maintaining these toilets. Those are the toilets we created in most of the places around our presence is there. The empowerment for community development, we do the communities, because in particular villages in India, the Dhobi communities are there, bamboo communities are there, and scavengers community. They are in such a horrible condition, and we want to empower them. What is the problem of that community? We studied in a bamboo community. The main problem is they taking money from the money lenders. Morning 90 rupees, evening is collecting 100 rupees. Almost is coming to 3,600% of interest. Completely looting this and the heavy drinking. And the skills are not improved. Then we made a study with the support of P.N. Smurthy and P.D. Kanau, and we completely all the drinking people we rehabilitated them, and also the money lending completely we stopped, and we said you save 5,000, I'll give you 5,000. We put it as self-help groups. Completely they paid to all the money lenders. They are not allowed money lenders, and also we pick up the some of the children, adopted children from those who are interested for education. We started adopted children. We taking them, giving education to them. Some people we were taking them, sending them for a skill development center. And these are the activities we have done to improve their skills, the bamboo worker skill. We sent it to Allah and in near Telangana, Adilabad, we sent for them to improve the skills. They used to buy their bamboo from black market. We request the collector, and the collector is giving this bamboo this. Like that, one example I've given to change the complete community. Now community is very happy now. That that is the way one of the community we are doing this. These are the skills we are doing now. J. Manubhavulu Lakshmi Foundation really recently we celebrated 25 years Silver Jubilee. We celebrated. One work has come for Silver Jubilee. All the people, those were people as all 25 years, we brought him and given a recognition to them. So one of the main thing is the nearest to me is adopted children. We have 239 children are there, the poorest poor people in the society. 15 years back, I started this. I personally selected the 12 people in the village. Even those children, they don't have a single meal. That type of children we selected. Out of 12, 2 children, the parents are migrated. Out of 10 children, therefore now today, this every last time we met, 4 are studying engineers, 2 are chartered accountants. One girl selected by the USA government for 1-year course is. And what I believe that if you give education, they complete the life they change. The life they change this. Now today we have Hyderabad, we have 125 people. In here we have another 20 people in Delhi. And Rajam we have 69. Because these are the adapted children. Initially a lot of problems we face. Now we standardize now. The nearest to me is vocational training, and this adapted children is the nearest to me. Before coming to the CSR Act, the 2%, before that we started this. Actually, I can say with all my humility, the CSR Act has come because of the GMR Wellness Foundation. The then Corporate Affairs Minister visited Hyderabad Airport and seen our activities. Then asked me how much you are spending. I said 2 to 3%. And he put it an act in the Parliament. In the Parliament Act also, indirectly mentioned his visit for the airport in Hyderabad. That I was seen that is influenced that. This is the way our team is, our foundation is influenced the government and put it an act on this. Not only this number of corporates, individuals influence. It is not that all credit goes to my team, the GMR or the employees team, and also my family. They are also allowed me this. This is the way we are doing GMR Foundation. I don't say that with pride, I will say that with humility. They said all the people has given opportunity, and my compliment the entire GMR Foundation team. And they are doing an excellent job now. But always there is every stage their improvement is there. Thank you.
No wonder, sir, when you say that GMRVF is the inspiration behind Government of India to make it as a mandatory for any corporate to spend at the minimum of 2% of their net profit, if I am correct. So, congratulations, sir. So, the very fact that you had such a large hearted what God has given you, you have bequeathed entire your personal assets and to GMRVA Foundation to make sure it is there for the perpetuity. God bless you, sir. It's one of the rarest acts, at least I have seen in my life. Sir, uh, whether you like it or not, the world is becoming more materialistic, agnostic, and atheistic. But in these days, you have thought of starting a department which only which only imparts values and beliefs. I mean, this is something very rare, sir. I don't know who gave you that concept. And you have got an entire department about values and beliefs, and you imbibe, you instill the correct, right values and beliefs among your staff, executives. Sir, it's something great, sir. What made you to get that idea, sir?
And as I mentioned earlier, we came from a small village. We don't have any background. My father is a small trader, a gold merchant, and a small trader. And he's not highly educated. My family is not, nobody is highly educated. Fortunately, I educated from the family. I went for job and opportunities. We don't have any background this, but fortunately, with all the God blessings and the family and the GMR employees, the group has grown up. After the grown up to a particular stage, after the in Bangalore, we built two power plants, one or two power plants, very complicated power plants. We built one of the one of the first world barge motor plant in Bangalore city we built. That is a on one platform 12,000 tons carrying, and we built in 9 months. And also another power plant we built in Chennai. That is a two-stroke diesel engine, and successfully all businesses happened. Then one day one of the HR consultants come. Let us what brought you here? We believe luck. What made you luck here? You don't have any background. You don't have any political support. What made you from a small village to come? Then we went to. I think it's a question to this. And we went to exercise, we went to, all the people went to outside of the place and went to resort, we debated. Some of the professional people joined. What made us to come to here? Then we thought that our values has brought to us. What are the values this? Well, it took for 1 year. What are the core values it brought to this? Because luck is not there, but what are the core values? The core values we build 7 values: the humility, teamwork, entrepreneurship, social responsibility, deliver the promise. Like that, the 7 values we have. The 7 values is the core values. Then the core values, these are the things has brought to this stage, and we have to protect these values there. And how to protect that? It must be DNA of the GMR group. The values has brought to this. The humility is very, very bedrock for all the rock. As I mentioned today, earlier days, because humility is there, then learning will be there. When learning is there, reasoning capacity will increase, and also what we built all projects, first time to the India, first time to for us, we successfully implemented all these projects because of learning and without any without ego, we learned and implemented this. I think it is a high time to protect the qualities. Then we thought that even when we interview a person, to what are the competencies there, but fundamentally whether it's values are matching or not. The values are not matching. Even a guy from the Harvard University, which high qualities we are not taking that guy. Now then it is better to keep, not to forget these values. We created a separate department, create awareness. What is the benefit of these qualities? This will give you not only for the company, the personal life also. Recently, we read the book Economics. Economics with ego, the number of countries they went to problem because the leadership they say they went to egoistic. My way is the right way. That type of decision the countries went to problem. Companies, almost 70% of the corporates went to the leaders has taken a decision, ego decision. With the ego the decision, 70% of the corporates went to bankruptcy. And the families and the same ego with egos, the families are fighting, the brothers are fighting, one son, father is fighting because of the ego. The same wife and husband, they're taking diversion because of the ego. The fundamental is ego. Once something you sacrifice, that surrender some ego. It's a great book, the economics. This it's not only this; it is a completely social structure. It will require a humility. Humility value is very very important for the success of for any person, either in the career, life, or in business, anywhere. For leave the country. It requires the quality of this. With this, we thought that let us, otherwise, the values what we written will be on the wall only. Nobody will forget this. They create the values and create awareness, and that's why we create a department. We believe that these are 7 values are very, very important for us. That's why we create a department and continuously we are doing this.
Thank you, sir. The mantra behind the life of any successful and happy person is how well you balance work and family. How you are doing it, sir?
No, work-life balance is a fundamental. No? What they say is, if you not manage yourself, you cannot manage a family, you cannot manage your car company, you cannot manage this one. First of all, I have to manage myself, physically, emotionally, spiritually. And if you are not managing, that is any for leader. A leader and anybody is there, first is manage himself. If you manage him physically, emotionally, spiritually, automatically work-life balance will come. The work-life balance what? Society, family, and organization, and individual. That all this will manage ourselves. You have to put a quality of time with a systematic manage. Not that only business. It's not that I have to do it myself. You have to make a work-life balance. It's very important for this type of VUCA world, volatile, uncertainty, and complex and ambiguity world. The stressful world is very, very important for this. To manage it ourselves. That's very important for us with this. That I believe that is very important to manage ourselves. We are using our yoga, spirituality, we are using the yoga, this. We are making giving a good work-life balance.
Thank you, sir. Sir, I have heard of constitution of a country, vision and objectives of a corporate. But this family constitution, sir, is something alien to me. And I have read in your article that the family constitution has contributed in imparting the right values of among your family members and their spouses. What is your experience, sir? Family constitution. I mean, you suggest every family to have a constitution of its own. Can you please explain, sir?
No, family constitution is a family governance. The family governance, but, this is a learning from Vaishya Bank. Vaishya Bank, I used to meet every week defaulters. And main defaults happening in a small rice mill or a big corporate. Some of the families, 60 to 70% of they went to default because of the family disputes or partnership dispute. Because of the ego. This I thought that is required a governance. I've seen the families, which is one of the leading families in Karnataka and Andhra. In each country, each place, if you take the Tamil Nadu, each family, they are the number one families. I'm not finding who are the, they are the leading families. Within a couple of decades, 10, 20 decades, there is no way. People are forgetting those names. You take the example of the emergency care. Don't say that the disputes is there. Like that, I don't know family dispute is. Some of the leading families in this, and we are not able to, not only for our side, even a corporate base, the number of families, Modi families, and Maftana, so many families in India. Because the family governance is not there, a small dispute, this one they are not able to create a multinational companies. Today, we got a tremendous entrepreneurial skills, intellectual power is there. Because of the family governance, we are not able to create a good multinational company. If you take a West, the number of companies are USA. All the companies are family owned. You take Walmart, IBM, any company is a family started company. Then it is required for the family governance is very important to this. And based on the Vaishya Bank learning, I thought that we have to do something. The thinking is started. I will do family governance. But normally in our particular our Vaishya families, normally if during the founder time they divide between the families. Initially I am in the concept only because my father divided, he put a lottery and I got it 3 lakhs and 5 acres land. The same concept initially I thought. I had one daughter, 2 sons. We did the concept. I believe that during my time I have to write properly and distribute this. That is initially I believed that. But fortunately I attended the CA conclave of Subaya and Subaya. He conducted a family business conclave in Taj Western Road. And very fortunately I attended this. That is eye-opening to me. Most of in the West, all the families, in particular from Spain and Germany, France, all families, they have a family governance. Most of the leading schools in Europe and USA, they got a family governance. Family business schools are there. The graduations are there. And a lot of magazines, so much of awareness has come there. As I opened up this, then I thought that why don't you work in our family? Then I put a separate focus team, which are the best people we can advise. Then we take who is an experienced person. We take a video charter from London, from Mr. Peter Leach. He is expert in family constitution. Family constitution is nothing but a code of conduct, and we put it all the points and this. And we did a lot of work. We did it almost. We spent 560 hours. We spent on writing the family constitution. Before writing the family constitution is first the family members have to come to alignment, understanding. We have differences. We all human beings will have differences. The difference has to align. After that we write the family constitution. Constitution is nothing but we have to come understanding. All the people understand. It's not that I dictated. It's not like articles of memorandum we dictated this. All the 8 members has to agree. These are the points. What are the family constitution is there? Media policy, political entry policy, conflict resolution, code of conduct, succession planning. And like that, all the points we mentioned this, we written down. It took every point is we recorded, video recorded. All the time, 560 hours we video recorded this. The family constitution is written. We made it a 4 trust. And after that, it has to suitable to the Indian law system. Then Mahatma Gandhi, Amarchand Mangaldas, they went around seen all the documents. After they vetting that, they filed to SEBI because our company is listed company. Filed to SEBI. SEBI took 1 year. This is the first time in Indian corporates, the family under the family constitution, the 4 trust is formed. Then we filed to SEBI, is accepted this. That is a family constitution. Now 10 years is over now. Again, revisiting the family constitution this. And as your another question is there, whether required for every family, I said yes. Family governance is not that simple way you can do it. When a family, each family, there in the business, during the founder time, it has to be spelled down, written down, and understanding with all the members what is required is required. Instead of constitution, I say that governance is understanding what is the members of all the family members. Because the founder is not clearly is not given this, then it will be after that the problem will come between the dividing this. During founder time only it has to be happen. Main is founder is the main important for the family. And one more thing is because it becoming a big social stigma in the society. The family members, brothers are fighting, and they are creating a lot of law and order situation. And also particular for the Vaishya community people, because three brothers are there. When they are this, they have one jewelry business. Once they divide, fight, all the three people, three jewelry shops. Like that, if it's a cloth business, three cloth businesses. If the farmer is a three cloth farmer business. They become the competition, each and one per person this. If all the people are together, it's a great area. Now, it's a creating the competition. Slowly, those are out of three people who are successful is coming. Other people are becoming this. That is one of the reason today our Vaishya is becoming a poor, and some of the people are converted to Christianity. This is the fundamental of one of the reason family governance, family disputes, leading families were going to one time they are all leading families without their awareness. Slowly they are going back to very poor condition. This is one of the reason I believe it required a family governance for each family. Though the business, it has to be understanding. It's not right. We have what we written in such a lengthy is not required to write, but understanding would write and create this for family. This one is main important is for family governance. Communication, communication, communication. We must have honest communication each person, because the ladies are coming from different culture, different families they are coming, and we must have a create communication this, and also avoid the triangle communication. What is the main code of triangle communication is, and suppose two brothers are there. The wife says about the other brother. Wife complained to his husband. This is your brother is like this. Then he will react. That is a triangle communication. Then avoid triangle. What they say, the experts. Okay, you complained about my brother or his wife. These are points. Let us sit down unit. Let us sort out. I don't communicate with them. You have the points note down. Let them sit down. No, I don't talk. They may feel. I said, you must have honest and fearless communication. Sit down. These are let the clarification this. Those are the fundamental simple things. If you do that, there will not be any this. They say avoid the triangle communication. Communication, honest communication is very, very important. A surrender ego. There is a two or three things is important for the family. It's not write down family this, but understand during founder time. You have to write down all the simple points of this.
Beautiful, sir. Sir, I am happy of the fact that I attended that meeting at Taj Western, sir. I was one of the participants. I still remember vividly how it was helpful to me at least. Sir, I have been seeing you right from those days when you were the director of Vaishya Bank. I haven't seen any change at all, even me bit, in your personality, your thinking. How you have managed, sir? You have any personal coach, sir? Or a personal coach or role model who guides you in your day-to-day life? And you also maintain the same fitness. What sort of a sport regime you adopt in your daily life, sir? Please.
What we have not seen the change? Say physical or
no. Both physical, mental is the same. Whenever I met you, I see the same GMR in your kept it up, sir. How it is possible, sir?
I mentioned that this sort of learning. It's not that we have to interact with the people of learning this. It's not a great thing to manage. As I mentioned to this, I have to spend time for myself. If I'm not spend my time myself, it's not a great thing. Physical, emotional, spiritual, I have to manage myself. I will spend minimum 1 hour. If a time is there, 2 hours I will spend for physical, for running and weights and doing yoga, meditation. I spend myself for this. When you spend myself and reading some books, this is a required for this. This is a follow means I meet the people, which are the good qualities of any people. This I will take a good thing from them. And I just taking that I don't leave it until I implement. My main point is anything is a lesson I implement. I try to implement that point learning good things I implement it. I spend myself for 2 hours to maintain physically, emotionally, spiritually. I try to manage myself. This only the family members, everybody is doing the same way.
Good, sir. Joyce Mercer says the best gift you can give it to yourself, your family, your friends is the healthy you. God bless you, sir. You have kept it up. Sir, coming to recognitions and awards, you might even cross the Guinness Book of World Records in getting so many awards and recognitions. But best I find, which I came to know only through your article in that magazine, that your story has been added by Rhonda Byrne in her book Hero. Congratulations, sir. May God bless you. And it's not a question, it's a matter of appreciation. Sir, the globalization and the e-commerce has been dealing a death blow to our small businesses in our community, sir. I'm really worried. What is the future of our trading community like Ari Vaishyas? And what is your message to the present day youth, sir? How to avoid the onslaught?
No, today technology is moving in a big way. They say destructive innovation. The another one is today infinite era. The new concept is infinite era. Infinite era is the future. They say vacancy next decade, 235 million jobs they lose. It is already indicated. First time in the history of the Infosys, the recent quarter the annual results, 9% economy is increased, 9,000 jobs is reduced. The economy is increasing, the revenues are increased, but jobs has come down. That is going to be happen in every sector. In India also, economy is increasing, but jobs creation has come down. This is because of the infinite era, that is a technology, and artificial intelligence, machine learning, and robotics. Everything will automatically be there. What they say, within 5 6 years, whatever human intelligence you have, the same thing can be embedded in one fraction of chip that you keep in a pocket. You can get some completely intelligence of this. That is a type of technology is coming. So much of technology is coming this. But fortunately for our Vaishyas, they're all intelligent people, intellectual people. The education, those who are they embraced the change after the economic liberalization, those who went to higher education. They are in the better life, better. Some of the people in the USA, some of the people in the jobs in India are different to this one they are doing. But still, in the short term, they disrupt the innovation technology because most of our business community people, they're in real estate or retail shop, pharma industry, travel, but everything now it is coming in the app. So everything through app it has come, and slowly the travel and everything is coming down nowadays. That is hitting our people, but not to be afraid of this, because in our genes, entrepreneurial spirit is there in our Vaishyas. This, if you see that the entrepreneurship, and you can. It's not big, I want to say big, this one is there. Because as I mentioned just now, in infinity era, if you're losing jobs, then the jobs creation also a big problem is because what are the we have soft skills, it is continuously would improve. The AI, artificial intelligence, everything would learn and update skill is very costly affair and you go for the move to for higher this. But ultimately the job secured also very less. Now what is the ultimate to this? Entrepreneurial skills. That is imbibed with this one. Entrepreneurship. We can do it, any business you can do it. Only you have to find the way. The entrepreneur is the way you have to, the problem created, we can see the opportunity there. You take our Red Bus, what his name is, Nagendra Nupendra Red Bus story. That boy is from Nizamabad and he is studied in British Pilani. And he used to work in a Texmac company in Bangalore. He used to get monthly 2 lakhs rupees because you want to go for Diwali to his Nizamabad. He tried for buses, but he couldn't get the ticket. Then he started, why don't you start some technology to help the buses this. One of the two friends along with him, they resigned, they struggled to implement this, but it took for time for 1 year. Meanwhile, the other two friends they, they they dropped and went for again jobs. But this boy, I don't remember exactly the name. This boy is continuously pursued. They are tied up with one of the invest fund, and he tied up with the fund and successfully implemented. Instead of giving the technology to the bus operator, he gave it to the passengers. He reversed that. That is a suggested with the venture capital fund. Then it became a success, and he run that and he sold for 600 crores. One of the companies sold. What I want to say is, yeah, opportunities everywhere. Wherever obstacles are there, there is opportunities there. What they say in the new concept is adversity quotient. How to convert the obstacles into opportunity. What is our adversity quotient? Our Vaishyas has to see that what are the adversity quotients. You would see the opportunity. Like that, everywhere opportunity. The Keshu King. The Keshu King, the boy in Punjab, the father is a very small Ayurveda doctor. He is at a Ayurvedic this one with small oil. Keshu King is a small oil, he developed an oil. And initially 2 years he struggled to sell the oil. He started in the car shed and he started to struggle and this after the 2 years is established in a scale of the business. Then he sold the same thing is sold for 1653 crores. He sold to Imami company. Like the number of stories are there because Vaishyas or built-in entrepreneurial skills are there. We have to only this. We have to see that we have problems. 1 year, 2 years. Don't get that ideas has come immediately. I cannot be GM on this. In the last 45 years, I got so many adversities, and it's not that it's a clear story that is a completely up. We never expect that success always. If you expect that success all the time is wrong, it will be failures. In the life, failures will be there. Here in the career or the business, up and downs will be there. But that is a very, very important to this one is there. If you expect that all the time success is wrong, and if the failure comes, the failure is a big something message is there, something teaching. Success is a motivator, where the failure is a teacher. Then you have to failure this one. What is the place come? You have to learn and move forward. You cannot disappoint. This is all life. If you expect that all the time happy and this one, that is a. If you think that is wrong with this one, the life will come that we are not. We born for what? We will make life in the society. Something we will do that in the society. This and we got a born with such a DNA entrepreneurial skills. You have with the patience, pursuance. What Red Bus that person or Keshu King, they got a pursuance. You take a Jackma. Jackma is the same. It's not a great story. Today is $500, $400 billion of this one. He got a huge life story. This a lot of problems he faced. and he used to work in KFC, but to learn the English as a every success people is that lot of stories are there. Only you to have patience and follow up is there. Entrepreneurship, by this bigger entrepreneurship, in a sustainable way, coming the infinite era, we are going to enter into infinite era. The only thing is, again, our people has to come back to the entrepreneurship spirit. So much of the opportunities are there. What is not required? Entrepreneurship, you can see that other people see the wall, you can see that a door in the wall, entrepreneur. That is, we have got this, but you have to see that where is the opportunity is there. Today technology is there, we have intelligence is there. You can do that. That is only my message to all our people.
Wonderful, sir. It's a great advice to our community, and it's sort of a reassuring advice, sir, you have given. Great, sir. Sir, allow me to ask you some rapid fire questions. I mean, just one small word of answer I want. What is your favorite hobby, sir?
Favorite hobby? Movies, spending with the family and spending with the grandchildren.
Good, sir. Do you read books, and who is your favorite author, sir?
Any book is not one, but best book, leadership book is Bhagavad Gita. It's a great book for decades of Bhagavad Gita. But unfortunately, we kept in the puja room. That is today is such what we call timeless leadership is giving only Bhagavad Gita. All the people, even Harvard and some of the people, they're teaching on basis of the Bhagavad Gita. But you have to learn on that. You have to interpret it, learn that. That is a great book. I believe that is the greatest book in my life.
Sir, are you superstitious?
Hmm?
Okay. You don't have any favorite numbers, lucky numbers and all? God bless you, sir. Are you a designer buck when choosing the dresses and shoes and all? You go for brands?
No.
Good, sir. What is your mantra for a successful life, sir?
Mantra for successful life. I think the value to keep that. The main the values of humility to keep. In my journey, we missed that value for 6-7 years. We missed. We went to egoistic, and we went to with that egoistic to this. We want to have a. We know that humility brought this, but we missed for 6 years. We went to some of the problems. Recently, we had a workshop. We did it. What are the mistakes we have done last businesses? Because some challenges are there. During the process, we created this. We went a little egoistic. After raising 10,000 crores in the market, we went a little egoistic. We made some of the wrong decisions. We did it. And I think the mantra is our value. The humility you have to keep the value. You have to stick to our values, subsidiary values. Never forget of the value system. If the 7 values you miss, then we'll have a problem with this.
Sir, suddenly one fine day you get some free time. How do you like to spend that free time, sir?
Spend with the family, some reading book, a movie, and if any time is there, then I'll call my foundation team. What is happening? What is this one? Or interact with them. What is it? That is the nearest to me, the foundation.
Okay, sir. Which is your favorite destination, sir? If you are asked to go for a holiday, which country you prefer?
My village, Rajasthan is a favorite. Pongal.
Beautiful.
There.
Sir, we believe in reincarnation. If God gives you a Punarjanma, where you would like to be born, sir?
Same place with India. The great place, this one.
God bless you, sir. Anyway, that's good, sir. I mean, it was a long-awaited interview, and I am very happy, sir. I only hope that you are happy, and I am also thankful to my colleagues in Unit 360 who has made this young 76 years old to interview, sir. God bless you. Thank you, Unit 360.
Thank you, Andy. Thank you very much for all the viewers. Thank you for all my wishes and best of luck. Thank you.